If I seemed aggressive when we first came into this place, I hope my judgment wasn't too clouded that I made anyone feel at risk.
No, other than just taking me by surprise when you when you spoke Yeti for the first time, but I saved us.
I just didn't want anyone else to lose their family, that's all.
Well, I can definitely sympathize with that.
But since we're on the topic of open books and such, he takes out a copper coin and he just flicks it at you.
He'll catch it.
What is the significance of the mask that you wear?
Mm, figuring that out myself a bit too. See, about for the longest time, since I was born, it was my pa, my mum, and me outside of Goodmead. Eventually, when I became old enough to start learning the trade, pa would take me out hunting, teach me the ways. Mum would teach me certain things about her people. For instance, it's where I learned how to speak a giant. Mm, Pa, he taught me a bit of Dwarven, a bit of Halfling, and then Mum taught me about Elvins, the Elven language and giants and my heritage. And then it was about around my 11th winter, I noticed a change in her. She was getting restless. Not too dissimilar to like you see a bird in a cage or dogs in a pen. She just has a wanderlust for outside. She loved nature. She loved being in nature. She loved camping. She loved going out, treks into the woods. I'd worry about it. Paula didn't seem to be too phased. And she told me one day that she just loved me, to not forget where she came from. Don't forget where your paw came from. And she handed me this mask. Beautiful bone mask. She said it was from her people, from her clan of elves, the Soulblades. And it just put me off a little bit, and Paul took me because we had to go and do another round of trading. And when we came back, she was gone. Paul, he just still wasn't phased by it. It's almost like he was expecting it. And I just didn't understand it. Didn't understand it until, I reached my 20th winter. And I started feeling that too, what she felt. That that desire, that need to get out, see the world. That's what led me down the path of meeting Hilton and, well, the Rime and all that. And here today,
Your abilities, did they manifest before or after you felt this?
before my death.
I suppose if you want to answer that question instead.
Mum taught me a few things. How to sort of mend up wounds with just leaves and sticks and such, and words and like that, but I just didn't stick with me. Pa, he knew ways of taking branches of holly, breaking them down into 10 or so pieces. He would say words into them, and out would come berries. They had their ways, they knew things that, I don't know, it just didn't really stick. But then, when the rhyme came and when I died, I had that dream. I'm pretty sure I saw my ancestors in that dream in this place, this verdant grove. They all had similar masks. Some were wood, some were bone. They taught me things. I saw things. I learned things. That's kind of how I think these are coming about. Beforehand, I didn't know that I could move like the wind. I didn't know that crows would come to me and aid me, follow me, keep me, and all that. I thought I was just going crazy at first when I went to bed one night and woke up with a crow's feather in my hand after having that dream. But I guess, as you know, Mr. Shaltari, I guess, dying tends to change a person.
Yeah.
I know your experience, from what I can see, is just not as pleasant as mine seem to be.
I would think death is rarely pleasant. It seems since we all met, there's been rapid changes. Ones that I would like to understand better. But I suppose that will just come with time, won't it?
One would hope. One would hope, Mr. Shaltari.
Well, it's time to wake someone.
Alright. Oh. Do you feel like being cheeky? Hold on a second. Calder will get a grin on his face and he'll summon a crow and have it go over to Monty, kind of peck at him to wake him up. And then have it just kind of squawk in his ear.
What?
He'll take the hat off his face.
Oh, look at the bird.
He stares like the bird in the eyes. Don't get ahead of yourself. You can have me when I'm dead.
It's your
I
turn.
assume this is... Yeah, alright. Monty pulls himself out of bed. And he's gonna grab the halfling we saved by the collar and set him down next to him.
It's a
Her.
lady. It's a lady halfling.
Her, yeah, her. Sorry.
You see, she just
That.
as you pick her up in probably the rudest of fashions for any halfling to be woken by the scruff. She just kind of like shakes to, flailing a little bit, thinking she's being attacked by a yeti again. And it takes her a moment to calm down. You get a couple halfling scratches at your face and arms.
You're fine. You made it through. It's okay. Sure. Yep. We just gotta do this.
Is this how? Oh, fine. I suppose.
That's a good response. Panic well.
You're a very strange person.
Now it seems you both are quiet and awake and alert, so I'll leave you to it.
Alright.
The bird noise did wake Floof. Just from years of listening for other wildlife. And so now I'm just kind of staring at it like I want to prowl and grab it.
Calder's shoulder.
I look at it on the shoulder. And then I look at Calder and I go, not for eat?
No.
Okay. Curl back up and go back to sleep.
All right, so Shaltari and Calder go to bed as Monty and
Fish finger.
oh,
Fishy
Paralu,
fingers.
Oh.
Paralu Fishfinger sit up for their watch.
Monty's gonna put a couple of coffee beans in a pot, get that started. As he does, he says, "So, Miss Fishfingers, what brought you up to the side of a mountain in the company of a Goliath and a Devilborn?"
Please, you can just call me Paralu. But
Paralu, glad I finally got your name. Thank you.
I have been traveling with Mokingo for a few years now. I kind of just follow him where he was going. And in the meantime, spread the word of Yondala.
Hmm. What's Yondala got to say about things?
Well, it's hard to know exactly the opinions of the gods, but whatever is happening now, I feel she's not quite as present as she always has been. Something with this rhyme, the way it weaves across the skies at night, has really isolated Icewind Dale in more ways than one. I'm sure you've felt that.
Yeah. Not that the gods have ever been close, but sure.
It's a pity to walk this world without the comfort.
Comfort for some and fear for others. Yeah, that's
Not all gods require fear.
well, that's fine. Speaking of fear, when we found you, you were out of your mind with it. What went down in those caves? I hate to say it, but I saw what happened to your Goliath friend.
You see, when you mention that, she kind of grimaces and looks towards the fire and away from you. And she says, "We were on the ascent when the Yeti attacked us. I suppose we wandered too close to its home, or it was just looking for a meal. And when it attacked, we ran. It kind of split the party a little bit, and Garrett ran down, and we ran up. Mokingo thought he could fight the beast, but I'm sure you saw the error of his foolishness. I lost track of Asterix in the fight. The rest of it's kind of a blur. In fact, I thought I was going to die as well, until you all arrived.
Yeah, it looked that way. You got lucky.
What brought you up there? It seems such a strange place for a group to just find themselves.
That's a damn good question. I think some of us were looking for quick cash, or some were looking for a better perspective on everything that's going on in the Dale.
You see, she kind of smirks and pulls a small figure out of her pocket that looks like I guess you would call it like a holy symbol or a spell focus, a symbol of Yondala. And she just kind of smiles at it and says, I suppose. Some things just happen.
Fair. I don't have much experience with your god and your people, but you got any Yonderless delight on you?
You see, she reaches into her pack and pulls out a small leather pouch, and from it pulls some dried leaves and quickly fashions a hand-rolled cigarette of sorts and lights it and takes a long drag, holds it for a moment, and then passes it to you.
Don't
As
gotta
she-
be watchful when you're luckful. And
And
Monty'll take a drag.
she exhales a big cloud of smoke and says, blessings of the gods. Fuck yeah, dude.
So when are your services? When did you service take place?
Monty's gonna get half of the next hour and a half, and then wakes up Goliath.
Yeah, Vaca, as Monty wakes you up, you see the room a little hazy, some smoke hanging in the air, and Monty's eyes are bloodshot.
As he's playing Deep Purple on his banjo.
Because he's just so tired. He
Flip.
was up for a while.
Flip's
Vaca,
nose keeps twitching. About the smell.
Vaca wakes up and kind of smells and just looks over at Monty and it's just like, "Mm." And she'll kind of like clasp his shoulder a little bit harder than normal and just be like, get some sleep. And Vaca will stand watch while she attunes to this magical mask.
I told you to only do it in the house.
Yeah. So Vaca,
It's in house.
as you are doing your watch alone, just sitting there with this elk skull mask, just focusing on it, you can feel a connection to it. This kind of deep, like, bond forms with the item. It being a piece of your kind of cultural heritage and stuff. Yeah, you feel kind of at home with it. And the 2 hours pass relatively quickly as you are kind of in this trance state. And yeah, as your watch ends, you feel now that you are bonded with the item.
Yes. Is this like piece of a set of relics that are missing, or is this one just one that is missing by itself?
Yes, and
Okay.
I hadn't thought that far ahead when I made the item, but yeah, that sounds
Not
like fun.
a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds like fun.
Joe here, like, hey, I see you gave me homebrew. Can I get some homebrew with my homebrew?
I get a little
I
side
gotta
of
be a
dipping
homo
home,
with my
little side of dipping homebrew from my homebrew.
I don't know if maybe there was more things of this magical attunement thing.
You run
Sure,
like a
let's go with
Barbarians
that.
with
That's
armors
you-
make
Yeah.
me happy.
you
Sure.
Maybe
run like
when you
one
equip
special
all
on the
three,
homebrew.
you get a special ability.
yeah,
Tanner
let's go
says
with
the
it.
name, and I'm here like, oh, cool, that's homebrew.
Honestly, I just thought it'd be cool to give Vodka a mask that had metal antlers of fire.
Oh,
Right?
Hella
Yeah.
metal.
I'm very excited about it. I've never played a barbarian that is magical before. It makes me happy.
And let's be honest, Cleve is a mechanic that just needs to be involved somehow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You should send me that wording though, because I think there's a balance issue already. But let's go.
It's homebrew. What balance issue? Travis, go sit outside.
Okay.
Travis, I've been
No,
playing
no,
D&D
I'll-
with you
I'll
people
be
for
back
like
in
5
3.
years, and never once have I opened a rule book or been like, the wording of this means this. Like, I just smile and say, okay.
Yeah, like I was.
Joe,
Can
you
I
heard it
attack
first,
twice?
folks.
Yep.
Joe admitted she's never
I
opened
want,
a
Yeah.
rule
yeah,
book.
I want you guys
Oh,
to understand.
I can
she's been a
attack twice
spellcaster
now.
for a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I was sitting
Never
here. Like,
opened that spell book.
I was sitting here like trying to think like, oh, I need to make a cool magic item for Joe. All right, what's a magic item that Joe will actually use?
Hmm.
So I love you, Joe.
Icewind Dale is the cold campaign, but we have all the hot takes. Like,
I just smile. I'm like, okay, I can attack 2 times now. Hooray. I can do this. Hooray.
All right, so yeah, you're.
Oh, I can't do this? Sad.
And then we move on.
Yes. We don't be looking at forums and rule books and such.
Also, Travis, if the wording you're thinking might be problematic, it's once a round.
okay, cool,
You
you're
can't just
good.
attack endlessly.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I thought about that though, because like that'd be fun.
And another one. And another one.
Hit it,
The
hit
horns
it,
get
hit it,
bigger
hit it,
every time
get
you
it,
land
get
a
it,
hit.
Get it, get it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
DJ Homebrew!
Okay. And we're back. Your watch ends. You are attuned to the mask, and it is Floof's watch. Gotta say, good planning on all of your parts.
Yes.
You can also wake up Garrett. He hasn't watched. If you want Garrett to be awake with Floof, or you can just let Floof.
Oh, Vodka will probably wake Garrett, seeing as that Floof is ready to begin their watch. Like, oh no.
All right. Yeah, you wake
Floof is
Garrett.
still fine.
He rises kind of slowly as he's just really tired and exhausted, but he gets up.
I look at him and I go sleep.
Smells like Yonder's delight in here. Kind of sad I missed the party.
What does light smell like?
Mm. Sweet, sweet, innocent Floof.
Okay. I'm just gonna spend a lot of time. I crouch by the fire and with about a person between me and the fireplace. I'm just start taking out everything I own and laying it down on the me. And I just am looking everything over. Make sure everything's still working. Seeing how many of things I have. I put the rock, paper, scissors, rock in very carefully in the middle of the pile. And then I turn it so that it's perfectly balanced on top of everything else. And then I pull out some of the berries from the bush, which are now kind of like raisins. And I start laying them out in a little line. Looking at them all and deciding if any of them have expired. And then I get rid of the ones that look like they've expired and I start putting the rest away.
All right, make a
I don't
nature
even
check.
talk to Garrett. Okay.
Let's see this nature check.
Uh-oh. I should be
Yeah,
They all are fine.
I should be.
But wait, you're a
Nature.
half.
Might
You're
as
a
well
half.
be.
They're
You're
magic
half.
berries that came
You're-
from a magic bush.
you're-
It
you're
makes
a
sense to you
halfling.
that they would never spoil.
You're a
I'm
half
only-
blue.
I'm only half halfling, so I don't have the reroll. I do not have halfling luck. I have halfling
Quar-
brave and small.
Quarterly?
Quarterly?
Quarterling?
Quarterling. I'm a foxling. Anyway, I put all of the berries back. Say okay for maybe 1 more days. Not that I know how many more that can be. And then I just start putting everything back in its place because everything looks good. And I'm talking to myself. Not really. Just kind of making little noises and grunts as commentary about my inventory checking. I do not talk to Garrett at all. Unless he talks to me.
What about boy?
Boy
does Boy do?
is just kind of laying there with his head on Garrett's lap.
Daring.
And you see Garrett just hanging out, kind of watching Floof do Floof stuff, and then. But if you're not gonna make any attempt to talk to him, he's just gonna enjoy the peace and quiet for the first time in a couple days, and the fire.
At about a while, maybe 15-ish minutes before everybody else starts to wake up, I do immediately just turn to him with a sudden thought, and I say, "What do you think of stew?"
I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but can't always be too picky, especially in these times.
Why make it stew? Cannot eat with hands.
You're just not trying hard enough, Floof.
You eat stew with hands?
Stick it outside for a minute, it'll freeze. Then you get a
Freeze
little,
stew.
nice little stew pop.
Stew pop. Stew pop. Stew pop. Stew
Ooh. Scoop up.
Stew pop. Stew pop. I sit and I think about this for the last 10 minutes.
Floof staring at their hands.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Situations.
All right. Yeah, as your watch ends, Floof, everybody begins to kind of stir awake as 8 hours have passed. You guys all wake feeling refreshed and ready to go.
Yes, actually, the awakening is Floof just bounding from person to person, hopping over their bodies, up, 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 up.
All right, fine.
Jesus.
Shaltari threatened to cut anybody.
Well, you don't hear anything, but you do see the flash of a dagger being unsheathed and then just like resting in his hand as he continues to
Oh, I dodge
Sleep.
it
just lays there with it.
with a dagger in his hand.
Yeah.
You always make a character that's impossibly hard to wake up, Og, or
Just aggressively so.
yeah, like the last character you made threw oil on everybody.
That was out of fear and anxiety. This is just I want to sleep.
All right. So as you guys get up, you guys kind of pack everything up, extinguish the fire that is kind of burned low, and you guys get ready to make the day-long walk down the Dwarven Road to the outpost at the southern end, before you make another day-long walk across the foothills of Calvin's Cairn back into Targos.
Ah, but we'll have a carriage, though.
Or Brinchander. And then to Targos.
Before we leave, Monty does want to have a little powwow. So, we got 3 corpses sitting in the barracks. We gonna do anything about that? Or
Oh,
Hmm.
the dwarfkins, they go out the door. So, remember,
The Dugar.
yes, Dugar. Dugar go this way, but we go this way.
and
Okay, so now which one do we do? Which one do we do?
I mean, I'm not going chasing some dark dwarves into the
Waterfalls.
tundra.
Mm.
I'm just wondering if we should let those corpses rot in that barracks, or
What do you propose we do?
Barry?
bring them back, or I think there's crevice I saw along the way. Toss them down in there.
Tanner, what would Calder roll to figure out if he would know anything about these because what's this clan's name? The
Battlehammer?
Battlehammer. If he would know anything, sort of like what Battlehammer dwarves do with their dead.
You can roll history or religion, since
Both
I will-
are gonna yield the same results.
so since the Battlehammer clan is pretty reclusive, they don't do much with the 10 towns outside of trade. You do not know how they deal with their dead.
And I will say that we, when we left, that guy, our guide, I don't remember his name anymore.
Crocs Battlehammer.
Yes, Crocs, the shoes. He
which
did say that.
does wear.
Yeah, he wears Crocs. He did say that these were like, family and like,
Yeah, if I remember, he did.
He
say
would
he
probably
be made for us.
he would probably just want to know and be able to take care of it
Do we have a way to transport them?
because they could go and do it.
I mean, we got a dog and a sled, don't we? We got a lot of dogs, don't we?
Are those not being used? Is the sled not being used for like
The
carrying or
sled is
transporting stuff?
carrying all of their climbing equipment, like their
Yeah.
stuff, and the dogs are exhausted to a point where they really can't pull much more weight than the sled itself full of the equipment. And since you guys are going to be traveling on stone, the sled's meant for snow. It's not.
Why take?
It's
What do you
probably
think?
expensive.
We'll inform Crocs of what happened here.
I agree.
And I think it'd be best for him to see sense of closure.
Okay, it
Anyway.
was. We go.
And nobody talk to me for the next hour.
I'll ride on Shaltari's shoulders
There we
for
go.
the next hour to protect him from people trying to talk to him. And if they do, I will growl at them because I'm helpful. I'm helping.
look perturbed until somebody does try to approach, and then I
Is
just
this-
nod in
is this-
approval.
Is this technically a hug for Shaltari? No? Okay.
I at one point almost fall off, and my arms go like this around his eyes. And it's like a hug.
Still doesn't count.
Smother Shaltari challenge accepted.
There's an asterisk next to this hug.
Hug it adjacent.
Lord.
All right, so you guys
Oh.
head down the road, leaving the dwarven bodies behind. Like I said, it takes you about all day to get back there, but when you do, you knock on the door and it opens. This time, the dwarves inside are alive, and the person to greet you is Crocs. And he just says, "Well, it's good to see that you're all back in one piece, and with a few other companions, it seems. Come on in."
Hello.
Thank you.
How did the roads treat you?
Cold.
Conveniently.
Yeah, he'll lead
Oh.
you guys inside, back to that common room that you guys were in before, and he brings out some food and drink for you guys.
Much gratitude.
The sled has been loaded. It still has the iron bars before. If you could take those to Bryn Shander, we'd be very appreciative. And I've also thrown in a few casks of ale as well, as we had discussed.
Appreciate. Just for the sake of a full report, it appeared as though your outpost that we met up with on the other end had come under a bit of conflict before we arrived. The men who were to be manning it are not there any longer. They have passed. You will need to assign others to that duty.
Just kind of looks at you. Do you know what befell them?
Dugar.
Durgar?
Yes, Dugar.
She turns to one of the other dwarfs that's sitting there and says something in dwarvish.
What does he say? Because a lot of
Yeah,
us
I
can.
know.
A couple of us speak that.
He says the Durgar have been active of late. It seems what we have feared has transpired. Put more
Well,
men
you've
on the
been-
roads to the deep mines and watch for any activity. And you see the other dwarf kind of stands up and walks out of the room. And he turns back to you
Monty-
guys and says, "Were they still there when you arrived?"
While they were talking, Monty
Yes.
is going to subtly cast Detect Thoughts.
Subtly?
Subtle spell, yes.
You have subtle spell?
Yes, I do. Actually, in fact, as a psionic sorcerer, I can just spend sorcery points to cast it, and I get the subtle spell feature for free.
Opens a rule book. Jesus.
Alright, what's the save?
Hold on. So let me see. There's first off, surface thoughts. What are those? Because then they don't have to make a save for that.
His surface thoughts are pretty much everything that he was just saying.
Cool. Here, I'll populate that. That did not do it. That will do it. There we go.
Yep.
Ooh.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Are you probing deeper? Or
Yeah.
if he succeeds this, he'll know.
hmm
He gets a +3 to this roll. 9.
Feels pretty bad.
So kind of digging deeper past just those surface level thoughts, he doesn't suspect you guys of any wrongdoing. He believes you when you say that the Duragar attacked. He also seems to know that this has been a threat for a while. But you also see that there's some concern and some grief there.
Do you know why these attacks have been occurring?
It's not common for the Duragar to leave the Underdark, but I assume whatever has brought them out has to do with this long winter. Taking advantage of the sunless skies. But no, I am not sure what they seek. But they seem to be merely passing through, using our tunnels to reach the surface. Unfortunately, I don't have the men to guard all the entrances into the Underdark. A sizable party must have moved through that outpost if they were to defeat my cousin.
How long has this been an issue?
Oh, a little over a year now. We've noticed their activity closer towards the surface has increased.
I think Floof can feel the waves of negative energy coming off of Shaltare from his shoulder, and their tail's a little bit puffy and twitchy, and they just keep kind of looking around warily. Sort of danger conscious. Something unsettling about the way that Shaltare is like holding himself and tense.
What would you do?
He's talking to Crocs.
Yeah.
Well, the bodies that we can spare, I've sent them, we'll be sending them to the mines, to where our mines meet the Underdark, or the paths towards them. We'll close off the ones we can't afford to guard. But who knows if more are coming, or if the ones who planned to leave out into Icewind have already left. I'm sure there will be discussions tonight. But it's possible we'll send some dwarves out into the 10 towns to look for them. To have our revenge. Duragar are notoriously hard to find when they don't want to be found.
Well then, I'll have to lure them out.
They must be after something. If you can figure out what they're after, well, it might be a bit easier to track down. Any information that you can gather would be much appreciated.
They go this way, and I point, I believe it was south that they headed.
Yeah, they headed south towards the 10
Yeah.
towns.
They leave door and go this way in snow and not come back.
Hmm.
Only go.
Do you know of any other entrances to the Underdark in any other of the 10 towns?
Not that I'm aware of, but it's possible. The Underdark is a large place. It's not been fully mapped.
Have I heard of any? I don't know if it ever would have come up with Helm, or if I have heard any rumors of, I don't know, Durgar activity in like any other areas.
Not specifically of Durgar activity. You know the
Okay.
mines in Termalaine, that large shaft that goes down, that goes
Mhm.
down into the Underdark.
Okay.
But it's a vertical ascent, so like
Okay.
Shaltar, my pa had a saying that wherever men dig into the earth, they're looking for veins. And it only takes so much time before the earth comes looking for what comes from our veins. We trade metal for blood, and that ain't a trade you can get out of. This thing's inevitable. What's down there is always going to try to make its way to the surface.
What would you do?
Dig while I can and get out before the price gets paid. That's just a matter of luck.
We'll keep our ears open.
you've done us a kindness by bringing us this information. Send some men down there to collect the bodies. In the meantime, you look tired from your travels. Feel free to rest here for the night. Eat and drink what you want. I'll be back in the morning to help you prepare the sled. You can just leave it with our kin in Bryn Shander, and they'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
Condolences again.
And yeah, he just, in Dwarvish, he just says thank you.
And Calder will say, anytime in Dwarvish.
And yeah, he'll get up and he'll leave you guys to it. And unless there's anything you guys want to discuss, we can just kind of move to that the next morning.
To get back to Bryn Shander. Our
Well,
long
the
walk
next
home.
the next morning when you guys start heading back to Bryn Shander.
I'm good.
Calder will sit down with Mr. Montgomery.
Okay.
Doing all right there, Mr. Montgomery.
I think so. I've had a dark couple of days.
I could tell. Back in that Yeti den. No, you said you lost your friend Iron Jack. Did seeing one of the speakers own make you relive that?
Yeah. Took me right back to that moment. Their kinds aren't the kind to go easy into death. You know?
Going down fighting and all that.
Kicking and screaming to the last moment. Yeah.
It's survival. Either you get it or you don't. May as well give it your all before you give up the ghost.
Absolutely. That's. And you see, like, shoots a look over across it. Vodka. I've never respected a group of people more than them. They picked the stupidest fucking place to live. And they make a life out of it.
With all due respect, Mr. Montgomery, sometimes I wonder if all of us settle in the 10 towns was also not just the stupidest fucking place. Find a spot and make a living.
Oh no, you're right about that. Again, I'm a southern boy. All this shit's stupid. Y'all know what summer is, right?
I've only caught a couple of glimpses of it. Really like to see a proper southern summer one day.
That's what you were up to when this all hit you, right? Trying to go south?
Right? See more of the world rather than becoming another sad old drunk in the dale, telling the same stories of how big this trout I caught was, or how many point of a stag was out there that I narrowly missed.
Mm.
It's a fine life. It's a good life. And if it's a life you can make up here, you're more than welcome to live it. I want to see more. Want to see, like, for instance, where you come from. Baldur's Gate, was it?
Ain't where I come from, but it's where I made my home.
Still see that. Like to see Neverwinter. And I've heard that Waterdeep's quite the place.
I mean, it's... if you're fancy, I mean... it's a lot of big talk there. Baldur's Gate, look, I came from a place like yours where, number of points on a buck and just how good we struck it that week was all that we talked about. You remind me a lot of Lil Monty leaving home. You're a lot more prepared than he was.
Well, dying and coming back kind of does that to a person.
Yeah, no. No, yeah, no. Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know.
do it. Oh shit, I forget that Keely's listening to me when I do that shit. Oh.
Well, you know, Mr. Montgomery, if you ever feel the need to let anything out, you got any demons that are biting at the back of your head, you need to just talk. Word doesn't leave these lips, ever. If you ever need it. Figure we're going to be traveling together for a while and be good for everybody just to kind of find their balance, their center again. You know?
Yeah. And it's a lofty promise. It's gonna take a lot of trust.
That's fair.
I feel like you're the kind who doesn't necessarily judge the decision the man has to make.
Like I've said, it's hard living up here. Whether certain choices are made that are considered the moral high ground or not, at the end of the day, It's about surviving. I don't seek to judge. I just seek to understand sometimes.
Good people, Calder, and you tempt me to crack open one of our casks, but business before pleasure.
As you
Always.
say that, Vodka mocks off the bottom of the cask and starts to pour some drinks
They-
from behind the sled.
I mean, they've-
the sled just like bonk, and
they've
arrives with mugs of mead.
They've given you guys stuff to drink. You don't have to break into your own casks.
Wait, did they give us booze?
Yeah, they gave
They said food and drink, whatever we wanted.
food and drink for the night, and then they gave you
Yes.
they gave you 5 casks of dwarven ale, which was the agreed upon kind of payment. But all right, so kind of you guys eat and drink and sleep.
Notably, Floof sleeps curled up against Shaltare, protectively to
Aw.
keep him safe from what is scaring him.
All right. So the morning comes. As you guys kind of wake up and get stuff ready, Crocs will come into the room you guys are in. All right. Sled's ready. The bears have been fed and harnessed. And then he walks over to you, Calder, and he hands you a quiver full of arrows. And he says, I'm not sure what's going on. It seems the Rime been getting worse of late. Even the snow itself seems to be quite angry. I think these will help you in your travels. For the arrowheads forged dwarven steel in the fires of the All-Father himself. May they help you. Thank you again.
Calder will say in Dwarvish, thank you.
And so you have 20 so they're called, you have a quiver of 20 arrows of Moradin. So basically they're just like a normal arrow, except they are magic, and on a hit they deal an additional 1d4 fire damage. So go ahead, and you're gonna have to keep track of them. You only got 20 of them. You can recover them, but
Okay.
Is that like the normal recovery, like the 50-50?
no, I'll just say that you can recover them as long as you don't have like a crit fail, and you have to just, we'll assume if you have time after the combat to collect them.
Or if they go down a big hole, you probably
Yeah.
can't get back.
Yeah, we'll just, we'll play it by ear, kind of, with each arrow.
Did anyone ever look at the blue boots?
Yes, they were magic.
And we're also freezing to death up there.
Yeah.
Oh, we should probably tell Homeboy about Blue Boots, because he was a dwarf.
Yeah.
He was a dwarf, but I don't think he was of the Battlehammer clan. I have to check.
No, yeah, that's right. Because no, he wasn't. But you mentioned something about Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander is just the town that you guys
Notes.
left from.
Yeah,
That's where the other dwarves were from the Battlehammer clan.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Bryn Shander was brought up when we found the boots. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, the dwarf with the blue boots was from Clan Hammerhome, which is not in Icewind Dale. He was far away from home.
He's far away from home. He wasn't part of that party.
Oh yeah.
Guys, there's probably something there. Or if there wasn't,
I mean, you guys can go back up.
Jeremy
the mountain
Crawford
and check.
wrote it.
Yeah, fine.
Well, but we
Shots
do
fired.
have the boots, right? We took those.
No, you guys
No.
left the boots.
No.
Oh, never mind then.
Tanner, what was the damage roll for those arrows again?
It's just a
One-
normal arrow, and then you add an additional 1d4 fire damage.
4. Okay.
The probably easiest thing to do is add that as a global damage modifier.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Under
What was
settings.
that?
So,
Yeah.
They can check on that it's that arrow and it'll roll a d4 for you.
Nice. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So you guys get everything packed up, load up the sled. Some of you guys can ride in the sled, but it's not big enough for all of you. I will
Calder
s-
will drive it since he can drive land vehicles.
I was gonna, and I'll just say, just for ease of maintenance, the NPCs that you have acquired will ride in the sled as well, since they're still have levels of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys head out on your way
yeah.
back to Bryn Shander. And can I get a survival check? Actually, I should populate the weather.
Oh yeah.
I can do a survival check.
If
Light-
if it is
Light snow, 10 below, no wind. It's a
Okay.
perfect day for travel.
10 below. Perfect.
Disadvantage on site perception checks.
I mean,
Damn it.
that's always going to be the thing because
Yeah.
there's no sunlight.
yeah,
Okay.
As we get ready to leave, I will take out the booties from my pack and locate Floof.
Monty's
Tiny
gonna
grumble.
be in the actual like carriage part of the sled, flipping through that spell book we got.
Okay.
As I look at your boots in your hand, then I look over at Shaltare, wherever he is, and then I put the booties on, and I'm going to walk behind the sled to flank, to keep an eye on behind us.
So,
But I walk with exaggerated steps because I don't know how to do it.
all right. So it
Yes.
is a 8-mile trek through the snow, which is going to take you all day. It's going to take you 8 hours to get back to Bryn Shander. Floof is able to
Is it-
find the correct path pretty easily, though, since it's basically just keep the mountain behind you.
Are bears pulling this sled?
There are 2 polar bears pulling the sled, yes. But since some of you have to walk, you guys have to travel at walking speed.
yeah.
So, anyway, you guys are about halfway through your journey. Could I get everyone to roll a perception check
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage?
Bad.
Alright.
Ugh.
Do you have danger sense yet, Vodka?
No.
When the
Oh.
when
Oh
the
wait, I
DM
do.
asks-
I do. I have danger
Second
sense.
level.
I
You
am
have
when
you
the
have
DM
danger
casually
sense.
asks if you have danger sense.
You have
Wow.
danger sense, but you don't have feral instinct.
Yes,
That's
I
different.
have danger sense. An
Oh.
uncanny sense on things nearby are not right, giving you an edge to dodge from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
It's feral instinct that's advantage on initiative rolls and can't be surprised.
All right, gotcha. Well, it doesn't really matter because Calder and Sheltari, you guys
No.
notice as you guys are walking.
I got 6.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's
sorry,
just
6.
Calder.
So it's Calder notices this. Calder, you notice as you're walking, like it seems like a mound of snow in the distance, like maybe within 30 feet of you guys. It's like rustling and moving. What do you do?
Is it coming our way or is it moving
It's
erratically?
not moving towards you. You just see like snow shouldn't move.
Calder's gonna start steering the cart around and away from like trying to circumnavigate it.
As you do that, you kind of try to just move the cart away from where you see it. You see another mound moving in that direction as well. In fact, when you look around, you see that there are several mounds of snow moving. As you look at one for long enough, you see it kind of stands up, and you see it has arms. And we were going to have to roll initiative.
Arms that are like sticks and like carrot noses. Like, what are we like? Like, what's happening? Oh, crap.
I'm gonna punch a snowman!
Oh, shit.
Do you wanna punch a snowman?
I was gonna go with that. God damn it.
Oh, I don't like it at all.
Are they literal snowmen?
Yeah, it looks like living snow.
Huh.
Time to put those arrows to use.
I didn't know this was a thing.
A snow lump.
Here, let me draw this.
Thank
slide.
you,
Let me
Keely.
draw-
I was just about to point that out. I'm like,
God.
there's a missed opportunity for snow lumps here.
Snow lumps.
Let me draw the sled real quick. That's not what I wanted to do. Here's the sled. So Monty was inside, as well as Garrett and Perilou. Calder driving. Boy walking to the side.
Floof in the rear.
Let's see.
About the dog sled.
Let's say it's behind the cart a little ways.
Oh, I didn't heal from our rest.
You might want to
You
do
do
that.
that.
Please.
Also, just a point with rules, I did have to spend a spell slot and sorcery points to do sort of subtle spell. It's in the future that I won't have to.
Hold on. I gotta get.
There's some mean looking polar bears.
Yeah.
Do you know any nice looking polar bears?
The Coca-Cola
Yeah.
polar bear.
God.
Coco.
Oh, God, there's so many.
Jesus.
Oh, snow.
And another one?
And
I
another
love
one.
Another one.
I love the word golem with all of my mind affecting spells. It's great. This is gonna be fun.
Alright, let's
Oh,
get-
boy.
What is snow?
Yeah. All right.
Flesh.
Ooh.
So with these shoes on, I'm at normal speed, right?
Yes, if you have your snow booties on, you are at
My
normal
booties
speed.
on.
Otherwise, it would be difficult terrain.
Oh, snow.
There.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
Grab my juice real fast. BRB.
And for the ease of combat management, I'm just gonna add boy into the initiative, and say that the other dogs are not in fighting condition.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow.
Flavor. We can talk about it
So-
later.
Flavor. Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy. There it is. There's the battle music.
So, just to recap where we left off before the break, you guys are traveling back to Bryn Shander across the tundra, and Calder noticed some movement in the snow as he tried to kind of move the cart away from the movement. He saw more movement until a bunch of snow golems erupted from the drifts.
Say it
No.
right or don't say it at all.
Now, okay.
Snowlems? Sorry.
Yeah.
Now are we to understand that in Calder suddenly, like, you know, drifting off course, like it kind of like brought all our attention to our surroundings? Or like did Calder say anything? What are
No.
we surprised by this, or like
You're not surprised.
okay,
Um,
okay, cool.
You alright, Joe? Jesus.
But do we know we're in danger, I think?
Joe is.
I guess that's your call. I don't know how you react to a bunch of living snow monsters.
Oh,
Is this something that any of us would be familiar with in the Like,
No, none of you have seen Snollums before.
Do I
Okay.
see? Okay, if I see a giant mound of snow with a giant mouth on it, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. That's not a peaceful thing. Nope.
All right. Boy is first. Boy is going
Oh.
to run up towards the cart and
Okay.
just growl and bare his teeth. All right. It
Does
is
he
this.
bark? Does he bark?
He's growling and barking. Yes.
Thank you.
So it's this Snollum's turn. You see it kind of whips its arm at Vaka, and a portion of its arm kind of rips off like a snowball
Oh God.
and is going to fly directly at Vaka.
Snowballs. Joe, you're muted.
Does a 7 hit? No, a 7 does not hit.
Yeah, I'm muted. I almost fucking died, you asshole.
And then it's going to charge, but it gets to there. You see it moves. They move pretty slow. As it kind of shambles forward at you. Floof.
oh, oh no. Snow is not supposed to do that. I don't like it. I pull out my net.
Oh god. The net with some holes in it.
No, I fixed it.
Oh, that's right.
But I do throw it at this Snollum.
Okay. Go ahead and Yeah.
On that net.
that hits.
Mm-hmm. I think it does 3 damage. Or something.
That doesn't do damage.
Oh,
No.
okay.
You do have to get right next to it.
There is a thing I
Oh,
want to
do
point
I?
out about nets.
Yeah, it's 5
That's
to
fine.
15 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, which means it is a range attack from 5 feet away, which is a disadvantage, or from
Uh-huh.
up to 15 feet away at disadvantage.
What?
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
but
It makes the
The-
sense of you are fighting with a net.
they're rad as hell with crossbow expert feet. They're fucking cool with crossbows.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You got this though. You got it.
Yeah.
so what happens?
So you have to roll again. You have to
Oh,
roll with
shit.
disadvantage.
I don't got this.
I mean, that's
No. No, it's up to.
it's ridiculous, and I don't like that. So no.
Oops.
Dope.
Okay.
Dope nets.
So you crit on the net.
So I crit
So
on
it's
the net.
it's wrapped in a net.
Yeah, they don't like it. I don't think it's gonna do much because it's snow, but
Hmm.
okay. Keely doesn't think it's gonna do much because snow, but Floof is very hopeful. And now that I'm right here, I'm going to full Floof. So that I get 3 extra hit points, and yeah.
Do you have any con bonus?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, we leveled.
Yeah. 4.
It's 4 now. 4 hit points.
Wait.
I forgot to update that in my notes. Okay. And shit. Okay. So now that he's caught, and I'm a full Floof, that's my action, my bonus action. I just try to decide if I should move away. Okay, I'm going to move away.
All right. It is going to attempt to make an attack of opportunity against you, but it is restrained, so it will be with disadvantage. A 13.
To hit me?
Yeah.
Misses.
All right. Yeah, you see its arm kind of struggles against the restraint of the net, and you're able to kind of duck underneath its swing.
And then I say it to it in my very stern Vodka-esque voice. Don't do that! That's it.
It is that Snollum's turn. You see it tries to move forward, but it can't because it's tangled in the net. So it does that snowball attack at you, Floof.
Oh no.
A 4 misses.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so you see again, because of the net, it's not able to be very accurate, and a snowball just kind of whooshes over your head.
Aha.
Vodka.
Look at all these. They're no
Snow
golems. Snowlums. I can't. It's too much. Oh, my little floof. All right. Vodka is concerned about what the bears will do. So Vodka is going to push that mask onto her face. And rage. And we're gonna snap this one here. Oh,
You roll your
your
wild
wild
magic.
I sure will, Cotton.
It won.
Ooh.
So, yep, shadowy tendrils lash around me. Each creature of your choice that you see within 30 feet. I succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage.
Ooh,
Also
cool.
gain 12 temporary hit points.
Oh.
Does that mean, is he within 30 feet of me?
So
Oh, yeah.
when did you rage? Where were you at when you raged?
I mean, I'd probably rage when I get close to him.
So let's see. Is this just a one-time effect, or does it happen every turn?
It's a one-time effect.
All right.
Those three.
So it's just burst damage and
Oh, baby, it's my turn. Can you go get the
So
Okay.
they have to make a save. What's the save?
Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
which is
So this one gets a 13. The one right in front of you gets a 22,
Oh, boo.
and
I
this
love how
other
they got
one
negative
gets
4s.
a 14 or 15.
Jesus.
two
What
of
are
them
we-
will fail and one will succeed.
Wait.
Okay. What's the save?
I don't know. It says Constitution saving throw.
I know. What's the DC on it?
It doesn't give me a DC.
Here, let me check.
Could just do versus hers.
Would be
If
Score.
it's mine would be.
yeah.
It's a saving
15.
throw. Your con modifier is your thing. So it's 8 plus 2, 10. So it is a 12.
My Constitution?
No, your save DC is 12.
Oh, okay.
So
Damn.
all three will pass.
Boo. And then what is it? How do we figure that out?
It's right at the top of your wild magic surge. It says DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your constitution modifier. So 8 plus 2 plus 2 is 12.
Do you still get the temp?
Constitution
HP?
saving throw takes 1d12.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get the hit points, but unfortunately they all pass their save, so they won't take any damage.
Bummer.
Boo. But yeah, and then I'll smack this one.
Yeah, but you guys watch as Vodka like quickly reaches up and pulls that skull mask down and charges at one of the snow golems, and you see this flaming antlers erupt from Vodka's face as the runes on the mask begin to glow with that same kind of fiery light, and this like tendrils of light shoot out from her as she charges this golem.
Hell yeah.
Charge him. My ex.
That will miss.
Sad.
Damn.
by the way, Joe, I put the brownies back in for another 5 minutes
Why?
because they were gelatinous in the middle.
Just the way I like them.
All right. So this snow golem is going to trudge up 10 feet, and he's going to huck a snowball at Calder sitting on top of the car or the sled.
Take out the driver. Smart.
13 to hit.
Yes.
All right. Shaltari.
All right.
Gonna take out Sextant. Gonna do a quick glance up at the sky, and then point it back down at one of the snow golems, and do that drawing a bowstring motion. And I kind of shout up it like in Calder's ear, "Use the fire to our advantage!" And I shoot a little beam of light, and a bonfire appears. Just a burning fire appears in this one's space right here. Or no, sorry, wrong side. This one. Move that fire. Move that fire. Get it out of here. Yeah. So it makes a dex save.
Right now, at the start of its turn.
Right now. The first time when I cast it, and then the first time it enters it on a turn, or ends its turn there.
All right, it gets a 2.
Yay! Haha! I did damage, you guys. Look at me go. If I just click on it, well, yeah.
6. Yeah, you see as the fire kind of erupts around it, it lets out this horrid, like, kind of scream of pain. As you see the snow begins to melt.
That is my turn. I am staying in this cart.
And the scream kind of sounds like Arctic wind just like rushing through an open plain.
Can I like kind of drop down and like, you know, throw my back against the side of the cart?
Yeah, you're like ducking down.
Yeah.
Sure. Calder.
Okay. So with Sheltari telling Calder to use the flame to his advantage, Calder just kind of hollers out, "You don't have to tell me twice." He'll take aim at this Snollum here. We're gonna sharpshoot it.
Okay.
And of course my global damage.
Whoa, what the hell? Oh.
What the hell?
Sorry, it's me.
I was like, God damn, what did you just do?
So, bloop. 11.
11 will hit.
Okay.
Oh! Oh,
So,
Jesus
20
Christ.
damage. Why didn't the D4 did not roll? There we go. Let's do a separate. And then another
Jeez.
4 fire damage on top of that.
All right. You see the arrow just like rips through the golem, but the physical damage of the arrow seems like nothing. But the fire that bursts from the hole seems to be what hurts it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So it looks like it's still up then.
It's very much still up.
Okay.
But yeah, it looked
And-
like as that arrow hit it, it just absorbed the full impact of it without flinching, but the fire is what hurt it.
Okay.
And it hurt it a lot.
So that's Calder's turn.
All right, this Snollum's going to go. It stumbles forward, and it's going to huck another snowball at Calder. 4 misses, and it's Monty's turn.
So Monty was in the cart reading, so he sticks his head out the door,
There's
assesses the situation. Yeah, because it's like a full-on carriage that just happens to be on a sled, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember.
Remember, we
that.
have a picture
yeah.
of it. in
Yeah,
the-
yeah, I remember that now. I forgot it was that one.
Monty is just gonna casually look out and spit towards this one.
Which one?
This one here.
Okay.
An acid splash.
Just just gross.
That's a dex save on that part.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to roll it. There we go. It is a -1.
Nice.
All right, yeah. As its spit eats into it. I'm like, all right, close to yellow snow. All right.
So the acid just like hits the golem across its body, and you see it just kind of fizzes and bubbles as. But yeah, the golem's still up.
It's actually.
Let's see.
And then he just sort of is Calder on top of the cart, or
Yeah, he's still in like the driver's position.
okay?
Yeah, so
what
Calder's
about-
outside on a
sorry.
bench. You guys are like inside the cart, but I assume that you
Oh.
just like pulled the flap back so you
Yeah.
can see out of it.
Oh, I thought it was like the front half was the outside and the back half was the inside.
No, it's just these two squares that Calder's in. It's just
Oh,
like a
shoot.
bench to sit on. It's like
Could
a
I be up?
stagecoach.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, Mott's is gonna move a little, but that's all.
Commoner.
Yeah, that's Garrett.
Garrett.
That's Garrett.
Yeah, that's Garrett.
So who's this then?
That is
Is that Paralu?
Paralu.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just Paralu has an acolyte stat block, so that's just the generic picture for an acolyte.
Oh, gotcha.
Less concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. It is the polar bear's turn. However, the polar bears are in harnesses, so they can't move. And this, so
Do
this one-
they?
this one
Yeah,
just
yeah. Are they like still
growls.
going?
No, they've stopped.
Stopped. Damn it.
Yeah, this one just kind of growls at the Snollum that's approaching it, but it can't get close enough to attack. This Snollum is going to move forward and then huck a snowball at Vaka. 12 will miss. Let's see, Paralu. Too many sheets open.
You need like 4 monitors.
You see Paralu's going to run out and hop up onto the bench next to Calder and kind of just take a quick survey of what's happening. And this closest one here, she's going to cast Sacred Flame on.
Confined.
Dex save fails and takes 5 radiant damage. So yeah, you see Paralu kind of jumps up on the bench next to you. Calder holds that holy symbol to Yondel up in the air, and you see this like divine light kind of shines down on this Snollum as it takes some radiant damage. It's the other polar bear's turn. It is close enough to a Snollum that it's actually going to attack. However, you see as it cuts in, like as it kind of rears up and slashes down and bites on this golem, the golem just kind of doesn't take any damage at all. It's almost as if its form is immune to any kind of non-magical physical attacks. All right, the golem in front of Vaka, you see it kind of rears up and like these multiple arms kind of grow out of it and like almost like snowy clubs, and it's going to slam into you 3 times, Vaka. The first is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
A crit. For,
Oh, jeez.
let's see, 22.
Oh.
Let's see, it's going to be 11 bludgeoning and then 13 cold.
Okay.
I believe you're
How does-
resistant to all of that because you're raging and you have cold resistance.
So 5.
No, more than that. It's going to be
11.
so 11 halved, 5, 13 halved, 6. So 11 total. And then one more attack.
Good lord.
17 for an additional 4 bludgeoning and an 8 cold, so 2 bludgeoning and 4 cold. So yeah, you just see like it just sprouts
Holy
like
shit.
3 of these like snowy club arms and just whack, whack, whack right across Vodka.
Oh boy. Oh
Gotta have my temp HP. Never mind.
One, sorry, this one kind of gets close, and so it's gonna huck a snowball at Boy,
You son of a bitch.
That one
and
dies.
it will hit
They all should die.
9. You just hear this yelp.
Wait a minute. We're gonna have issues as a party.
As Boy gets hit with this icy snowball.
Oh,
it is
boy.
Boy's turn. Boy is going to kind of retreat underneath the cart, being that he is really hurt. Let's see, which one is this?
And he
Right.
takes the dodge.
The dog action.
The Doge action.
He takes the Tanner don't kill a dog on our stream action.
And all right, this snow golem is going to attack the polar bear.
We talked about this.
Crit
No
fail.
pets.
Crit fail, you say?
2 of them. Yeah, so you see this golem goes up to attack the polar bear, and all 3 of these blows miss. Floof.
Okay. While I was a little preoccupied with the net, the net golem, I look over and I hear the cries of Boy getting hurt, and then I just make a noise, a weird little noise, like kind of like Vaka does, and I start going over, and I'm gonna stand right here in front of him and under the cart, and I will shoot my short bow at this golem.
Roll to hit. That will hit. However, your bow is not magical, and you see the bolt or the arrow just sinks into the snow, leaving no mark and no trace.
I have nothing magical, y'all.
And it does 0
gonna have to
damage.
We're gonna have to get creative.
Oh. Okay, but as my extra action, or whatever called,
You have
the
action.
offhand. I don't know.
Oh,
I
offhand.
can't do that with it.
Yeah.
Never mind. Damn.
Yeah, but you see that,
There
you
you go.
take note of that, you know, everybody knows by this point that these things are immune to all physical
Mhm.
attacks that are non-magical,
Well,
but are vulnerable to fire.
Then the most I can do this turn is protect Boy with standing in front of him.
All right.
So that's what I do.
All right. This golem is going to continue to try to move, but can't because of the net. It also is not smart enough to realize to try to get out of the net. It has very dumb. So it's just gonna huck another snowball at Floof. With disadvantage, 6 will miss. So yeah, you see a snowball thuds into the side of the cart, but you see where it hit. It actually like dents the wood and leaves like some kind of frigid, frosty marks on the side of the cart. You know, if it made contact, it would have hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Vodka.
well, shit. What's Vodka gonna do?
Remember? Think outside the box.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm just trying to figure out how that might work. So, like,
I got torches.
no, Vodka has flaming antlers coming out of her head.
But
So that is probably what Vodka is going to do. Seeing that her axe is really not having any effect on these things, Vodka is going to like the axe into the snow, and kind of reel back and throw the antlers from the masks into the golem.
So
in front of
you
her.
move to gore the golem in front of you with your flaming antlers. Go ahead and just roll a strength check and add your proficiency.
Okay, I would also like to ask a question.
Yeah.
Amazing.
If I kind of move around a little bit here, could I use the antlers ability, which gives me 1 time per round to do 2 attacks?
So the way it works, or the way I'm intending it for it to work, is
Melee weapons.
that second attack that you make with that cleave, as long as you can move to them within your movement, you can continue your cleave. So say you still have 30 feet of movement left, you do your first attack, it hits, and that creature falls. You can then move within that 30 feet to do your second one.
Okay, well, I'm going to attack that one for me first,
All right,
which is strength.
Yeah.
plus
And then
Save.
So strength plus 2. So make a strength roll and
Okay.
then add 2 to it.
Calder ready with the camera change?
camera change.
That will hit. And then go ahead and roll 2d6
The
fire damage.
what impact?
So 6.
Change the camera angle.
It is still up.
Does my rage add anything to that? Since it's a headbutt?
Plus 2 damage.
Plus
right?
2.
2. So 8.
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you kind of reel back and you plunge these flaming antlers into the golem standing in front of you. It just like sticks into its shoulders, and you kind of tear your antlers back up, and you can go ahead and make that cleave attack again. So it's a strength roll
Okay.
minus 3.
Okay, but that one's still up.
It's still up, yeah.
Minus 3, minus 5.
So you'd be adding 2 for the proficiency and then taking 5 away, so it's just minus 3. Yeah, that will hit. So
And then
2d6.
2d6s.
Yep.
Yep.
For
There you go.
9 plus
9.
2 is
11.
11. Yeah, so as you see, Vodka tears into this one, just plunges these flaming antlers into it, rears back, ripping them out. You can see these big gashes in the snow where the antlers pulled from, and she just does it again, this time just plowing through it as it just falls to chunks of melted snow in front of her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So once that thing just melts or whatever and dips away, Vaka's going to like touch the mask on her face, making sure that it stays nice in place, and then just in the loudest Goliath word is going to just yell rage.
As you reach up to touch the mask to make sure it's still in place, it is fastened. Like it's actually feels like it's part of you at this moment.
God.
Yeah, it feels so good. Rage, mommy rage.
Like you probably couldn't remove it if you
Jesus
wanted
Christ,
to.
Travis.
Fired.
All right, let's see. This golem, the one that's in the bonfire, you see at the beginning of its turn, these flames kind of reaching up, still melting chunks of it. Yeah, you see like portions of it start to melt and fall off, and then as it stumbles forward.
Which
What's up?
nothing.
Oh, and then it's going to huck a snowball at poor little Parallel. and it hits for
Oh, no.
7 cold damage. You see just clocks Perilu right in the head as she kind of tumbles down onto the bench next to you, Calder. She's still alive and still conscious, but she took quite a hit. Oh, not the one I was looking for.
Oh, she took quite a hit. She's still up alive. Red X.
Shaltari.
Okay.
Come on, cleric.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of like climb over Garrett out this side. And as I'm like running out the, well, no, let's try this first. Okay. So I'm gonna get here and draw the make the motion again, and I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. So I'm gonna that like aurora kind of starry night light takes the form of a bow, and I'm gonna hold it like horizontally and draw it back, and this wave of energy, some supernova shit.
Yeah. So
Just-
like if you've ever like fired a bow without an arrow in it, it just like thumps like incredibly hard because there's no like
yeah,
arrow to take the force. And then you just see this like shock wave of thunder shoot forward. It's is it a 10-foot square?
15-foot cube radiating from me.
All right, so you can hit both of these Nolums. Is it a dex save?
It is. What happens if I just click on it? Yes, there's that.
All right, the first one right in front of you.
Con save.
So the first one right in front of you gets a 13.
Fails!
And the second one gets a 21.
Oh,
Jesus.
So it
Fuck.
takes 4 damage. Does it get pushed or anything?
I'm sorry, it takes. I rolled 2. Okay. 2 2s, huh? 2 2s, huh? Alright.
Is it
neat.
Is it half on a save?
Neat. Yeah, I believe so. But the one that failed takes the 4 and is knocked 10 feet back.
All right, so you see that snow golem who just walked out of that fire gets knocked straight back into it.
And makes another dex save.
And makes another dex save. Oop, not what I wanted. Gets a 5.
Dope. For 6 fire. So then I start, and I kind of like pull myself back into the cart and shout up to Calder. I meant that fire there. Where are your crows at? Are they here? As I'm like kind of shutting myself back in the cart, in the
Yeah.
carriage.
So, yeah. Excuse me. As that golem falls back into the fire, you see it continues to melt and scream out in pain. Calder, it's your turn.
Right. Now I know where you're aiming. So let's see. Yeah, Calder will aim at this one. He'll summon his swarm around him. So all of a sudden, just out of the cloudy sky comes down just a bunch of crows swarming around Calder. And he fires another arrow of more than the one in the bonfire.
Oh, there they are.
That will hit.
Okay, so there's that plus that. Oh, nice. And then murder crows damage.
All right.
So
So you
damage
see
type bird.
damage type magic bird. So you see that arrow just strikes the golem and what's left of it as it's kind of shriveled down as it's been melting in this fire. And as the arrow kind of cleans through it, you see a burst of that Mirrodin's flame shoot from the hole as the golem falls into the fire and melts.
Right,
Anything-
let's do that again.
Anything else, Calder?
That'll be Calder's turn.
All right. See, this one is going to get up to the polar bear, and it's going to attack 3 times against the polar bear.
Our bears go down. We are in big trouble.
Yep.
3 times? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yep. Miss.
We're safe in a cart for now, but the bears are in big trouble.
Hit. All right. Of the 3 attacks, it gets 1 solid blow for 18 total damage. Yeah, as you see it, just
My God.
the bear just gets clobbered right in the face. Monty.
Monty slides out the back window of the cart.
Did I get skipped?
Did you?
No,
get-
no, it's the rounds are just that long.
Yeah. There's. Yeah. No, you're good.
Because you shot your bow before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Monty pulls himself up onto the back of the car, or up onto the top of the cart, sort of working his way around where we have the barrels tied. Grumbling under his breath, he
Oh no.
reaches out in all directions, and he's gonna quicken dancing lights to create 4 torch-sized lights. One in between himself and each of the remaining snow golems that don't have nets on them. So, and he makes them appear as torches right in front of their faces.
All right. Could you draw those on the map for me? Where
Sure.
you want them?
Where's our torch token?
Oh, torch.
R.I.P.
Rip.
Torch.
Rip torch.
Pour one out for the Torchy.
I have an art degree.
Beautiful.
All right. Anything else, Monty?
So that he quickened that, so it's his bonus action. He does that kind of offhanded, and then he pulls out his pickaxe and looks at one of the casks of dwarven ale. Calder, what's the proof on these?
No.
Yes.
Can't answer that until my turn.
You can answer it.
Oh.
It's like 15%. It's like a brandy wine
Ah.
or a barley wine.
Oh, it's quite stout.
Good, I wasn't willing to get rid of it anyway. Action to
Like it's
To
not
flick it
it's
at-
not gonna burst into flame. It's just
yeah.
it's-
No.
You ever had like a barley wine?
You
It's,
said get creative.
I mean, it's very creative. I thought you were gonna drink it.
Actually, no, that's what he does. Instead, he just puts his pickaxe into it, takes a mouthful, and then spits it at this one for acid splash. And I get a
Nice.
Yeah.
Just Stone Cold Steve Austin that.
0.
It's a crit fail. No, 4 acid. To this closest one. To
Technically, it wasn't a crit fail. He rolled.
Yeah, no,
They just rolled
He rolled a
4.
2.
-2.
All right,
Oof.
yeah. So
Monty 316.
You spit
As long as
this
with your
fountain
right.
of dwarvish ale mixed with acid at this Snollum. All right.
Wow.
It's the polar bear's turn. You see, it's going to continue to keep clawing at these golems, but like I said, its physical attacks do no damage. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother with the rolls. But yeah, the bear doesn't seem to hasn't realized this yet. And then it pulls a torch out of its backpack now. All right, this golem is going to rush at Vaka. And 3 slam
Bitch.
attacks. See it?
No.
You see it as it does rush at her. You see it kind of avoids that flame to the side of it, kind of like reels back from it, and then stumbles towards Vaka. Let's see. First attack, 22 to hit. for 3 bludgeoning, half to 1, and 5 cold, half to 2. Second attack, a 9 will miss. And the third attack, a 16, will hit. 4 bludgeoning, halved to 2, 9 cold, halved to 4.
Oh, Vodka. How's Vodka doing? Vodka had like 12 extra HP though.
I had to, yeah. I had that. That is gone. That was gone fast.
Yeah.
All right. You see Perilu, who's kind of like kneeling down on the bench after being clocked in the head with one of those snowballs. She kind of pulls herself underneath the bench, giving herself some cover, and she casts Cure Wounds on herself.
Nice.
I keep doing. Back up to full health. Polar bear continues to attack. This polar bear continues to attack this Snowlum. That one is dead. All right, it's this one. You see it too kind of takes a wide walk around this fire that Monty put in front of it. And it's going to walk around it. It can only get to here, so it's just going to snowball at Floof. Nine will miss. So another snowball slams into the side of the cart. Everyone in the cart just hears this loud thud as the wood of the side of the cart kind of cracks.
Oh, shit.
It is Boy's turn. Floof, behind you, you hear Boy kind of growling and snarling, and he is going to give you
do nothing.
Aid.
No, do. Okay, okay. What's that?
You get advantage on your next attack or ability check.
Cool. Love that.
All right, this other golem is going to attack the polar bear 3 times.
Oof.
Miss.
Please do not.
Miss.
How are the
19 will hit
Ooh.
for 15 total damage.
Oh.
How are the bears looking? I don't know if that one's
They're not bloodied yet. So
right.
The yellow dot means they've taken damage. Red will mean they're bloodied.
Yeah. Right.
Party.
Yeah, so the bears, they've definitely taken some damage, but they're still scrapping. Floof.
Okay. Knowing that I either need fire or magic, but I still sort of don't want to fuck with fire, I drop my bow beside me, and I pull out my rock, paper, scissors, rock.
Oh.
And
Fuck the shit out of it.
I
Scissors.
hold up my hand like this to imply the scissors, scissors marking, and it turns into a sharp object, and I'm gonna throw it at that snow golem.
All right, go ahead.
Because it's magic, so...
I love the logic here. It's great stuff. Go ahead and roll a dex. Are you proficient with like any kind of thrown weapon?
I have a knife, but I don't know if that
Are you proficient
counts.
with daggers?
I mean,
Tool
yes.
proficiencies, weapon, simple,
Or
martial.
fighter.
Okay, then yes, you
Yeah.
can add your proficiency to a dex throw.
Okay.
Throwing
I just
scissors and
throw
throwing
the
a
knife?
dagger, they're basically the same thing.
I'm just gonna throw the knife then.
Fuck.
Wait, no, I have advantage.
You do.
You
You
do?
have
Yeah.
advantage because
Wait.
you're getting aid from.
Oh
Boy.
boy. What if it was a crit?
That'd be hilarious. Yeah. So that will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 4. It is a magical blade. So you see your rock scissors just kind of sink
Yes.
into the shoulder of the
Oh.
golem, and it kind of like reels back a little bit and like reaches up and just pulls the dagger from its shoulder and drops it in the snow next to it.
If anybody is looking my direction, they'll see me go like this. Oh, Oh,
It is the netted golem's turn.
Oh, no.
It still can't move, so it's just gonna chuck a snowball at Floof. One of these will hit, right? Nope, not that one. Another snowball slams into the side of the cart, and
Feel bad for our car. Car's
hard
probably
Yeah.
taking damage.
yeah, our car's probably getting beat up.
There's a hole
That-
in it.
that one panel on the side that's now taken 3 snowballs worth of damage you see is like splintering.
Stop blowing holes in my ship.
Vodka
Yeah, I'd like to turn and
begins
attack
to sink into the snow. Just
that one.
antler attack.
Yep.
All right. That will
Nice.
hit. 2d6.
Um,
8.
Mhm.
Doubled. Yeah, so Vodka, you turn and you slam these flaming antlers into the side of this golem. Go ahead and make your cleave attack.
only do that. I thought you could only do that once per round.
Yeah, it's a new round.
Yeah, it's a new round.
Oh, this is a new round. Okay, I meant you thought you meant encounter. Okay, yeah.
So that will hit.
Mm.
For 10.
Mhm.
Doubled. So you see as Vodka kind of brings her head around and slams these flaming antlers into the side of this golem, you see they kind of catch, and then you just see Vodka just yells out with this rage and continues forcing the antlers through and just rips through this golem as it falls into 3 chunks into the ground and is dead.
Awesome. Hey, I would like to turn menacingly to look at this one, so it knows it's screwed.
That's the most metal of the snow golem deaths. I'm also imagining it looking like Olaf.
Yeah. So. Oh, now I'm sad.
You can move, Vodka. You still have your movement if you want to run at that one.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I'm just gonna be like turn around all metally with my flaming arrows. Ah!
So you're not gonna move? Oh, nice.
And you just charge at him.
Mm-hmm.
See a little bit of the snow beneath it turns yellow.
Shaltari.
Oh.
The snowman pees. Don't pee snow. You are bright.
Okay, hold on. Calder, can you get one of them in the fire?
I can certainly try.
I'm gonna kind of again, like just rip open the door over on this side, just kind of like leaning out over Garrett, who fucking move, Garrett, get in the back, Garrett, move,
Bitch.
So pedestrian.
It's like, don't have any weapons.
Garrett,
Get
get in
out
the
the
back,
way.
please. I need space. And I lean out, and I ready an action.
What action and what trigger?
I ready an Eldritch Blast for if Calder knocks the snowman and one of the snowlums into the fire.
Okay.
And as I'm readying that, I look down at Floof. Say, Floof, get ready to shove it into the fire. Be strong.
Okay.
That's all. That's all I got.
All right, Calder.
All right. So seeing that they're encroaching on our bears, Calder's gonna take aim at this Snowlum. So, bloop.
Come on, baby.
That will hit.
Okay. So there's regular damage, and then another from the fire.
Which one are you aiming at?
This one right here.
Okay. Yeah, so once again, you see the arrow goes through and does no damage, but this like burst of flame kind of shoots from it and melts this hole in it.
And then murder crows. And then could I get a strength saving throw from it? So I can see if I can move it. Needs to beat a 12.
Yeah, you see a portion of those crows. It gets a 5. You see a
Nice.
portion of those crows like kind of spearhead aiming towards that hole you just kind of blew in its chest and just dive through that, widening
Nice.
that hole up a little bit more.
And they're gonna move that this guy into the bonfire, up to 15 feet.
Yeah, so they just push him all the
Amazing.
way into that bonfire.
Amazing.
As you see, he
Ah.
kind of stumbles back into it. The force of these crows just slamming into his chest. Let's see, he'll
So is
probably...
that 15 feet with the squares or as the crow flies?
Oh my god.
He gets a 4, so he'll fail, and for 10 fire damage.
Just ignored your comment entirely.
And that's when I let go of the motion, and like a shooting star just like blasts like past it and then explodes behind it. I'm going to use Hadar, the grasp of Hadar, and
Ooh.
if I hit, I gotta hit with it first. Let's see. Oh my
That will
fucking god!
miss. You
Man.
do have inspiration from last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and I'm.
If you want to use it, you don't have to.
Can I declare that after?
Yeah. That's
Oh, okay, then hell yeah, sure. Yeah, fuck it.
Hit. That will hit.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 meets. Nice.
Holy shit! Oh, that's right. I have negative dex. Hey. All right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you
And
guys
I-
see this kind of shooting star like appears in the sky off behind off Sheltari, shooting over the top of the cart, slams into the ground behind the snow golem and bursts like someone throwing a firecracker, and the force damage kind of blowing behind him just blows this snow golem into chunks. And
Shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
That's a good one. By the way, Calder's done with his turn.
Monty, shush, shush. Shush, shush, shush.
Monty will use his action, seeing as things have cleared up, to redirect all of the flames to create a wall between the cart and this snow golem here.
Why don't you just like position each one like around?
Yeah,
I don't
just
know. Encircle him.
no, because I want to steer him towards that.
Oh, okay.
Buddy.
Let's see. Anything else?
He will then bonus action take a wad of cloth and stuff it in the hole that he made in this because that is valuable product, and he hopes that will freeze.
Or it turns into a cask into a gigantic Molotov.
Again. It's
Again.
pale. Yeah, so you guys watch as these like dancing lights that look like torch flames kind of shoot across this area and form this like wall of torches between the cart and this golem. And then Monty just shoves a handkerchief from his pocket into the side of that cask. Garrett
After
takes
wiping a little bit of spit off. And then, you
It's
know,
a
that
handkerchief that
handkerchief's
was-
nasty.
Garrett
The handkerchief that was holding the finger snack for later, and now there's a finger in the meat.
Oh no!
So
No, he unwrapped the handkerchief,
Oh
breaks the finger
no.
off, and shoves
No.
it in.
Oh no.
It's got that will be your guys' signature. That will be your guys' signature drink at the end. A Dead Man's
Oh
Finger Ale.
no.
there is a bar that does that in Canada.
Dead finger ale.
Oh god.
It's a
It's
toe.
actually a toe.
Yeah. Garrett's gonna
No.
take Sheltari's advice and he'll move to the back of the cart. It is Polar Bear's turn. Snow Golem. That one's dead. Paralu. So Paralu's going to jump back up on the bench. Let's see, pull up her character sheet. She looks down at Vaka and then Floof kind of in this melee and is going to cast Sanctuary on Floof.
Oh,
So as she holds up her holy symbol, Tiandali, she says a couple words in Halfling, and you see kind of this glowing light kind of start to emanate from you for a second, Floof, before it kind of dies back down. And you just feel this kind of surge of positive energy and protection.
can I say, what that?
And she just kind of looks down at you and says, "It's Yondala's protection."
Oh! Yeah, okay.
Shrugs that boy.
Petition
Yeah,
to have,
literally.
petition to have boy have a permanent sanctuary effect on him.
So
Boys
this-
behind me, that's me, I am the sanctuary.
So
Yeah.
this snow golem, seeing this wall of torches kind of appear in front of it, is going to shuffle towards the flame.
Interesting choice.
Well, it couldn't go back toward this flame, could it?
Why
Being
don't
herded.
you just run away, you goddamn golem? Just breathe.
They're not that
Go
smart.
back, buddy.
They
They
only
thirst
know
for
kill.
violence. So it is going to
Oh.
try to throw a snowball at Floof, but it's going to have to make a wisdom save to do so. I really doubt that it can do that, but we'll see. It gets a 16. Oh, it succeeds. So
Damn.
snowball at Floof anyway.
What does this protection do?
They just have to make a save. and
It
attack
misses once again, and you see the fourth snowball colliding with this wood panel behind
you.
Floof's head,
Oh no!
causes the wood panel to snap in two, and there's now a giant gaping hole in the side of the cart.
It's okay. Calder can maybe fix it.
We just see we just see Garrett's face.
Boy is going to aid Floof again.
Okay.
All right. This snow golem is going to turn its attention to the fire antler Goliath that is charging him, and it's going to slam attack you 3 times, Vaka.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
bring it. You're about to be
Oh
dead.
no.
9 misses.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I look
6
scary.
misses.
Even
Okay.
scarier and
7
larger.
misses.
She's good. She's good.
So as you charge at it, you see it kind of turns and kind of swings its snowy club arms at you, and you just kind of daftly duck. Daftly duck.
That's, oh my god.
You easily dodge out of the way of each of these blows.
Nah,
Floof, it
definitely
is your
duck.
turn.
Oh dear. So. Okay. So I have aid.
You have aid.
I don't have anything else magical on my person.
Nice.
And there are glowing torches in front of where my scissors are.
There are, yes.
Now, are they floating up in the air? The dancing lights? Like I could sneak under them, maybe?
I mean,
Yeah, they're just dancing lights, so they just look like floating torch lights kind of hanging in the air.
Okay. I'm gonna get as small as possible on all fours and just kind of dart underneath them to right here. Pick up my scissors. I'm thinking about what Shaltare said. I want to try to push the snowman into the fire?
Okay. It will be a contested athletics check.
Okay.
The golem will... I'll just roll it first, so you know what DC you have to beat. 13.
But do I have advantage
You have advantage from the aid
from aid?
from boy.
You're filled
There
with
you go.
protection for boy energy.
So you run
Hell yeah.
kind of on all fours, floof style, just like skid under these dancing lights, picking up your scissors in the snow, and then turn and just bound at the snow golem, just planting all 4 bootied feet into its chest, and then kicking hard off, doing like a backflip and landing in the snow. Since you got a crit success, I'll let you pick where you move him.
The big one, the big red fire.
So he stumbles backwards and falls prone into the fire,
Amazing.
which means he will have this with disadvantage. Still gets a 16 on that save.
Oh, balls. Wow. All
and
right.
then I
Balls or snowballs?
now that I'm like surrounded kind of by fire, I kind of freeze up though. And I'm just like stuck in place.
Oh, the bay! Oh, the flooper!
I'm holding my scissors like this.
The netted golem is going to again huck a snowball at Floof. Disadvantage as it's restrained. A 5. So you see a snowball goes just soaring over Floof's head. Vodka.
Floof. Yeah, I'm gonna gore this guy right in front of me.
All right, roll to gore. That will hit.
Ooh.
For 24 damage. And go ahead and you can cleave if you'd like.
Yep.
Hey Tanner,
Yeah.
I got hit with a snowball, didn't I?
No.
I didn't?
It was a 5
Oh.
because he's restrained. So it was a 5 to hit. I assume your AC is higher than 5.
It is.
Who knows with this group?
They're based on intelligence, maybe.
That will hit. All right. So once again, you see it. Vodka turns and charges at this golem. As it kind of pivots, it swings at Vodka, who kind of ducks away from each one of these blows, landing her flaming antlers right in like its gut, and then just ripping upwards and just ripping the top half of this golem off, flinging it back over her head. It is dead.
Hell yeah.
And I would like to move.
All right, where do you want
Bring
to
him
go?
over my head. 10, 15, 20. Want to make sure that I'm close by this.
All right, so you dash over, or not dash, but you run over
Yep.
here to see.
Is this
This
thing's
one
running away? It is, or moving away?
None of them are
Well-
moving away.
Oh.
This one's laying prone in a bonfire, and this one is netted over here, and you see these kind of torchlights surrounding Floof.
My floof!
Hello.
Sholtari. I think Floof is probably a little more shaken than to just be like, hello.
I just want to come around the corners with Vodka with this mask on, these terrible flaming antlers, having murdered 3 golems just to see Floof doing grabby hands. Like, I'm cold and I hate this.
Calder?
Oh.
Calder, ready?
Alright. Oh.
You?
Son of a bitch. Jesus, dude.
Hit.
Hit?
What?
Hit.
Oh, because -2. Oh my god. Ooh, jeez.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about. Yeah, no, I'm expecting it at this point.
You also. Yeah.
What?
So that. No, never mind. So it
do, do the same thing. I have it just go soar past it and explode it behind so that it pulls it to me. I'm going for the, pulling him into Calder's shot.
So it pulls it this way?
Yeah.
So you drag it out of the fire.
Yes.
Okay.
By 10 feet, right?
Up to 10 feet, I think.
All right, Calder.
It doesn't really matter, but yeah.
All right. I'll aim at the one that got yanked out of the fire.
Yeah, dude, yes.
So, boop. And then, boop. Maybe. If it'll think.
It's thinking.
Come
It's
on.
getting there.
Come on.
You got this, roll 20. We're proud of you.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey.
All right. Taking the top one. Murder crows. So, 4 fire damage, 5 from bird damage.
The imagery is so
So,
And then,
you guys-
cool.
So once again, Shaltari does this like shooting star thing. As it explodes, you see it pulls the golem out of the fire. It just kind of like rolls over because it's prone. As it rolls out of the fire, laying on its back, it gets hit in the side with an arrow, and another swarm of crows just rolls back into the fire. Where it rolls.
well, did it do
a-
its DC save first?
It will roll
For
a
its strength.
0. Well, it rolls a 10 for the strength save and a 0 for the
All right,
dex.
so now it can be moved.
So, where it takes 16 fire damage.
Nice shot.
That'll be Calder's turn.
Monty.
Monty, still from atop the carriage, looks down and sees Floof having a little fit about the fire, hesitates for a couple of seconds, and then shoves them all towards the one that is restrained in the net, just surrounding it. And then he's just gonna squat and watch as the thing throws a fit.
Okay.
Jeez.
Let's see. It is Paralou's turn. She's setting up on the bench, and she's going to cast Sacred Flame at this one that's in the fire. And he... He gets
Nice.
an 8, so 1 damage.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Just like kind of turns to Calder and just does like a...
Yeah.
let's see. All right. At the start of that snow golem's turn, he's going to take just enough fire damage to die.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you see it's kind of laying there in the flames, and as it just kind of melts into a puddle.
It does take the damage at the end of its turn.
Yeah, but it also
The
has
bonfire?
it has a special thing on it.
Oh,
called
that's not my
melt.
bonfire. Oh,
When it
okay.
is-
I'm sorry. I
when
thought that
it
was
is in
from
an
a
area
bonfire.
of extreme heat, the golem loses 1d6 hit points at the start of each of its turns.
Awesome.
All right. So it is Boy's turn. You see
That's
Boy
cool.
kind of sprints out from under the cart and runs up to Floof
Oh,
and kind of just nudges Floof with his nose, seeing that Floof was kind of in shock for a second because of all those fires, and just tries to reassure Floof that it's fine and is going to give you aid once again. Floof.
Okay. I make a grateful little animal-esque sound at Boy. And just like all my hair shakes out. And I turn around and I look at the golem in the net. Then I chuck my scissors at it.
You're gonna throw your scissors at your net.
Through the net? Through the hole?
There'll be a hole one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it also might just burn up, so.
You understand that my fire is not real.
Go ahead. Go ahead and
Does
roll.
Keely
to
realize that the fire's not real?
Bloof doesn't.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I'm going to throw it.
hit. Okay, roll to hit. It's restrained. That will hit.
Oh, yeah. Ah,
4
again.
more piercing. Yeah, so you see your scissors go soaring through the dancing lights and through the net and stab into the golem.
Oh. But I had advantage.
Do you have advantage?
Maybe I'll crit.
Maybe.
Ah,
Close.
so close.
All right. This snow golem's turn. It's still can't move. It's surrounded by fire. It's going to try to panic and get away from the fire, so it's going to try to get out of the net.
What is the DC of a net?
I'm sure it's more than 7, so yeah, the snow golem tries to yank at the net but is unable to free itself. Vaca.
It's alive still then?
Yeah, it's just it hasn't really been hurt.
It's a DC
It's-
10.
Nice. It's just in the net.
Frank, right?
What'd you say?
These are 5-foot cubes, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to punch it.
You can attack the snow. You want to keep the rage up. Be like, this snow, fuck this snow.
Punch another hole in the cart.
I guess I can go 5, 10, 15, 20. Be like, meh. Oh, so close. Bitch.
Just throw it. Works for me.
Can't throw the mask, it's attached to me. Yeah, I guess I'll fire my crossbow at it.
Throw it like a frisbee.
We know that non-magical
You-
stuff
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
do anything.
Light the shaft with your antler.
Can I do that?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Canner.
What?
If-
Sorry, what's going on?
So I can't get close enough to hit it because I'm slow because I'm a Goliath. Can I light an arrow in my antlers and fire it at it?
You have a bow?
Yeah, I have a crossbow.
Sure, why not? It's
Alright.
Fuck it. Oh, for God's. What?
that will hit.
Doesn't do anything extra for fire, or will it just be fire damage, whatever it is?
It'll do 1d4 fire damage. So 4, yeah, and the bolt is ruined.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Should we leave? The way is clear. There might be more of them. Let's just go.
All right, Shaltari, it's your turn.
My net.
It's literally the net.
Floof, can we
What?
get you another net? Is it important?
To have. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
nope, just turn it. Just aim the shot.
Oh no, I mean, it's not important to them, like, sentimentally.
Well, there. Cool. Good.
That'll hit.
Yeah. It's lucky me.
Hey.
If we're going to flee,
I don't-
Baka will just follow behind.
I don't know. I don't know if we are. I don't know if Floof needs this net, but I pull that thing 10 feet
I said
closer.
okay.
Pull it. I pull it right to Vodka. That's me.
All right, Calder.
Calder will peek out. He'll just kind of quickly say to Shaltari, like, "Oh, I'd also like to try to recover some of those arrows," as he fires another shot.
Oh, good point.
Hit.
11 to hit.
It's a good thing we can't miss.
Because of my net.
Fire damage.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Whoops.
I know, he has extra
Bird.
advantage because it's restrained.
Yeah, totally forgot. Oh well.
Is it?
Oh.
Does it advantage on range attacks as well?
Yep.
Yeah, if it's restrained, anything.
Anyways, yep.
You could roll again to see if you crit.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah, 4 bird
Floof,
damage.
As you see kind of these raining attacks coming over your shoulder at this creature that's wrapped in your net, just see like the arrow just like kind of goes through one of the holes. The Eldritch Blast kind of goes through one of the holes, but each hit it's like your net might get ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Monty.
Monty's gonna stay acid at the
That's definitely good.
disadvantage.
So Monty spits acid at the net.
Deck save with disadvantage.
10.
Oh, fail. 2 acid damage.
And
Only 2? It has
the-
5 hit points, I think.
the net takes 2 acid damage as well.
Yeah.
As you see, the acid kind of falls on the ropes of the net. You see it kind of starts to sizzle. Floof.
Oh.
That's just emotional torture for Floof at this point.
Hey, what does it mean?
Speaking of which, Monty's gonna move all of the flames.
Oh, good. Speaking of which, jeez.
So Perilu is going to cast Cure.
God.
Is going to jump out and towards Boy and cast Cure Wounds on Boy, bringing him back up to full health.
Thank Perilu. Thank you, Wanda.
All right, it's Boy's turn. Boy's going to run up here. And actually, he's going to run over here and provide aid for the next attack on the golem.
Nice net.
Thank you.
Let's see. Floof.
Make the vodka noise. When I see my net's getting destroyed. And I do spare one moment to give Monty a look like, you better give me a new net. And then, I'm gonna... I don't know. Sneak under this torch and grab the scissors back, maybe? Yes? Can I pick up the scissors?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna stab him.
Nice. and then just take the net.
No, too complicated.
Oh, some flashy sounding scissors.
Is dead.
No, not yet.
Damn it. What hope do you have,
well,
Snolan?
So-
offhand? Oh wait, do
Yeah.
I have to have it in my offhand? I can't like toss it to my offhand.
No.
Damn it! Damn it!
So yeah, Floof kind of
Uh,
scoops the scissors up out of the snow and runs. Actually, no, the scissors were still in it because it didn't pull them out. So you run up, grab the scissors out of it, and then just plunge them back into it.
yeah. And then I back off.
It is the golem's turn, and it is going to swing at both. So it's going to swing at Vodka. I feel like if I hurt Boy, you guys will kill me.
Oh, well, why is Boy even there? Boy didn't
Yeah,
have to
boy
be there. He's not
could've
a
backed up.
fucking dumb dog.
Wow.
Hey now. Watch
I
that.
said
Trying
he's
to be
not.
a good boy.
I just said he's not a fucking dumb dog. How much clearer can I make that?
Miss.
He's a very
Yes.
smart dog. He ran all the way to Brinchander, for fuck's sake.
Well, it swings 3 times at Vodka and misses all 3 times because of the net. Vodka, it's your turn.
What a net. What a net.
That net, real MVP.
No, take the net off first. Take the net off. Oh no.
That will hit.
Look at that grin of Tanner's face.
Bye, net.
He ate.
So yeah, Vodka just rears back and slams these flaming antlers right through the face of this snow golem where it would have eyes. And yeah, it just falls to the ground in a pile of snow and kind of smoldering net.
Can I, like, put my hand in it and like to grab the net as it starts disintegrating?
I mean, it's not disintegrating, it's just got burn marks on it. It's still there, it just needs some patchwork.
Okay, I would like to pick up the net.
It's
I
a little
can
scorched
fix-
now. It's still good. It's still good.
I can fix it. It's okay.
Still good. It's still good.
It's gone.
I just see a little deflated Floof coming behind me, like, uh.
There's so much work. Make net.
Alright. Yeah, as the last of these Snollums falls, you reach down and pull this damaged net from the pile of snow. And just kind of looking around, the polar bears begin to calm down. There's a large hole in the side of your sled.
Shit.
I can fix that, maybe.
I climb in through the hole,
No, no.
sit down, and start pulling out my stuff to repair my net.
You see Paralu goes up to one of the injured polar bears, and she will cast her last Cure Wounds.
Calder will go to the other bear and he'll cast Cure Wounds as well. Put in hopefully both bears back to full strength.
On this one.
Diddle-da-doo. This polar bear will get 5 health points back.
Yes, they are
Helping.
nowhere. They're not close to full strength, but they are better than they were.
Am I able to recover all 4 of my arrows?
Yes.
Sweet. And I would like to inspect the hole in the side of our cart.
Is
Yeah.
that gonna make
So-
travel difficult?
It's not going to make travel difficult. It just might make the interior of this cart a little colder. But yeah, there's a big floof-sized hole. In the
You
side
guys
of
want
it.
me to repair it, or you think you'll be okay? It's just going to be drafty back there.
And we can put things in front of it until we get to our destination.
It's
Wow.
fine. It's not like cold ever killed anybody.
Sarcasm. Familiar. Okay. And then Calder will turn on his heel and go back to the front and get in the driver's seat again.
You know, sit up here.
I'll start a drink. I feel bad for Vodka having to hoof it.
Yeah, you,
Vodka doesn't mind.
you see it just like a couple, few seconds after the battle ends, you see the runes all over that mask begin to fade, and you see those fiery antlers just kind of disappear. And Vodka, you're able to reach up and actually remove the mask from your face.
Yeah, I will take it off and kind of look at it, and the feeling of that kind of tempered rage within the mask and being connected to a relic of my people, and like the strength it gives you with her exploration of magical or wild magic makes Vodka feel more connected to home and completely disregard that her party chose to cure a dog and 2 polar bears instead of their half-strength Goliath, who single-handedly killed 4/5 of the threats.
Not bitter.
Well,
Totally didn't ask anybody, by the way.
no.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, she's
have not
badass.
have not asked. Yeah, Vodka does not seem like the type to be approached to offer sympathies. So
Nope. I figure it's best let the speaker do what they need to do, and if they want your help, well, I guess you'll ask. Maybe forcefully.
how long should we wait before we ask?
I'd say give her a good hour to cool off.
Just don't want any more of those things to show up.
I'll try to keep a keen eye out for it.
I stare at Vodka.
Out of the floof hole.
Out of the floof hole at Vodka. And then I say, your face come back.
Okay, like smile, and as I put the mask kind of like on the inside of my outerwear. I was worried it would be gone for quite some time. But Vodka smiles, because this mask is really freaking cool.
I like when your face come home.
I like seeing your face when my face comes home.
Okay, sounds good. I go back to stitching my net.
I like your face. I like your face.
And yet no hugs.
No, I'm busy with my net. Listen, Floof is like 90% of the time somewhere snuggled up against Vodka. I think they're good.
Well, Monty's gonna actually approach Floof while they're working on their net. Hold his arms apart as he approaches. Floof, did I cause you a scare?
A scare?
All that was going on.
Scare? No. No?
From these little guys, and he'll make the flames appear in his hands.
Yes. No, I don't know. Yes. Maybe. Yes.
Ooh, that was a bad call there, Floof, because I know exactly what that means.
Yes. Okay.
And he'll dismiss the fire. Floof,
Can you repeat the question?
oh god. He'll dismiss the fires. Floof, those things aren't real. You gotta learn to tell the difference.
Not real.
They can't hurt you like real fire can.
Oh,
Not unless you let them.
I put my hand out where one of them was. Just like put it there.
He'll make it appear around it.
Oh,
So it's fine. It's fine. Here, and Monty's gonna shift the shade of it to a little more green. That way it's clear to you this won't hurt you.
oh. Do it again. Please.
Alright, he shifts it to like a little darker red this time.
Do it again, please.
He just releases it. I think that's... You get the point here.
Okay. I kind of touch my chest over my heart, and I think very hard the idea of, is that like you?
You just get the thought in your head that says more than you would like to admit.
Monty, seeing Floof get introspective, is going to subtle cast Detect Thoughts.
God.
So as you see kind of Floof tilt their head as if they're thinking about something, and you subtle cast Detect Thought, you hear Floof ask that question, and you hear a response, but it's not in Floof's voice, and it says, "He is more like me than he would like to admit."
Good.
Sounds good. I like it. Monty, you make the pretty lights when you want to. Is okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just remember, little kiddo, fear is a mind killer. That's why I like to use it. Alright.
Jesus. This has been your inspirational talk with Uncle Monty.
This has been your murder minute.
Uncle Monty telling you about the
Been
things
your-
he did
your
back
murder
in Nam.
minute with Uncle Monty.
Remember, it's always good to keep a pinch of lime with you, along with a shovel.
This is my continued series of all the useful things you can do with a severed finger.
Oh my god.
You can plug a cask. Might add a little character to the ale that you're stuffing.
It's
didn't
a great
really
conversation starter.
Oh my god. I didn't really understand the
Did you say bring a slice of lime and a shovel?
No, I said a pinch of lime, like actual lime,
Yeah.
and a shovel.
Okay.
What did Floof say?
Oh, and Floof doesn't really understand the response they got anyway, so they kind of just shrug and go back to what they were doing. But, yeah, not so scary anymore.
Alright. As you guys continue on your way, the rest of the journey back to Bryn Shander is less eventful. And as the kind of twilight begins to fade, the sky above you clears as the snow stops, and you see the Rime, that kind of aurora borealis kind of effect begins to stretch out across the sky as it does on clear nights from the north down to the spine of the world. As you see the wooden walls of Bryn Shander on the top of the hill up before you. And you make your way back into the safety of the city. And that is where we will pick up next time.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice, nice, nice.
Good sesh. Good sesh, everybody. Good sesh.
Yes, good job. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another game.
With a
Another murder minute.
rendezvous between two spouses.
And yeah. Quick shout out to Syrinscape. Finally got it to come through the stream decent for some reason. I had like a sound suppression filter on the system thing, but figured it out. But anyway, yeah, Syrinscape, syrinscape.com. Check them out. They're great stuff for any tabletop adventure. And then, yeah, follow us on Twitter at D20Panic. And thank you all for tuning in. I think we got a new follow too, so thank you for that.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. And as always, thank you, Hawthorne Paw. Fan. All right. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.